Pay attention. It's not a coincidence that those two words are put together. Pay attention. You are paying attention. That infers that attention is some kind of currency, something of value of which you give to someone or something. We all are limited with a finite amount of time in one day. Within that day and within that time, we have a certain amount of attention. We only have a limited amount of attention because there's a limited amount of time. And what you give your attention to is what you grow, is what you attract in your life. A lot of people spend their time and attention on work. Therefore, they move up in their careers. The problem is when you become too obsessed with one thing. You're paying too much of your attention to one aspect of your life and ignoring everything else. I think we all can agree that life is made up of different things, be that career, personal relationships, hobbies, responsibilities, what have you. And as much as we'd like to live in a world where we just do one thing, I would love that, but that's not possible. As we just do one thing, you have to pay your attention to everything that's important in your life. Because if you neglect it and you don't pay that attention to those areas will not be developed. They'll start to degrade. And you would have to live with the consequences of that. With that said, though, that really makes it more important for you to better understand what's important in your life. What do you think is significant beyond money? Don't be obsessed with money. Significance and importance is not always identified by the monetary value that something represents or how much money you can make from something. So what's important to you when you look at it through that lens? And then you must pay your attention accordingly. Because attention is the new paradigm. Attention is what money is now. It used to be that labor was money. That's old. It's now attention. Thus why all these media influencers, people who are able to get their message out to the world, are able to garner more attention from people. Thus, they make tremendous profits from their efforts because they're able to capture the attention. Eyes are money. Hours are no longer money. And that's very important. So when you take that concept and you really embody that within your life, you'll see that you'll get better at the things you spend time on, pay attention to, and you'll get worse at the things that you don't. That's a universal truth. It's not necessarily the money you make and how much money you can throw at something, but over time, over an extended amount of time, how much attention, quality attention you can pay to something, someone, a hobby. And by doing that, you grow, and you're subconsciously making a decision to grow in areas and degrade in others. What's very imperative is for you to grow in the areas that matter to you. Why do you think there's an abundance of time wasters these days? There's video games, there's TV, there's movies, there's 101 things. I'd run out of hands, I'd run out of toes, I'd run out of digits. There's so many things that just eat up your time. Now with that said, if you're a professional video game player, hey, I totally support that. If you could make a living off of playing video games, totally support it. But the majority of people don't get anything from it. There's nothing that yields you a benefit within your life for the amount of attention you spend on something. Is it important? Can it help you monetarily? Does it give you a sense of satisfaction? Do you enjoy it most of all? If so, attention is deserved and required in that element of which you would like to grow. But if you don't find it useful, helpful, significant, doesn't give you a sense of fulfillment, I'd suggest you don't spend so much attention on that element of your life. Start to phase it out. Now, the one thing about attention, the currency of attention is, it's not immediate gratification. It's not going to happen right away. But it's like teaching someone how to fish when compared to giving them a fish. If you give someone a fish, they'll be able to be satisfied right away. They'd eat, they'd be happy, but they wouldn't know how to acquire more. Attention, on the other hand, is teaching someone to fish. It takes a little bit, takes practice, takes time, but ultimately at the end, you yield infinite returns because you have now unlimited fish, of which you can choose what to do with those. You can give them away, you can eat them, you can start an aquarium, whatever you want to do. It's just a little more, it's a little more faith-based, attention is. You have to believe in the recipe, believe in the process. Attention is what humans, attention is what builds businesses. Attention is what builds empires. The human consciousness and attention is so valuable. It's why in the old paradigm, people would pay you to spend your time. Because when you're there spending time, you're spending your attention. They are using your attention to build out their dreams. That's the whole employer-employee relationship right there. That's why you're needed to clock in and spend time and attention. Because the business owner doesn't want to do that. Well, I mean, they may, but they can't do it all themselves. So why not become your own business? Why not build out your own dreams? Why not do the things you've always wanted to, the skills you've always wanted to learn? All you have to do is pay your attention. You already have all the attention needed to master anything in life. Pay the attention. Pay yourself. Stop paying other people. Your mental capacity, your engagement is so important. It's your most valuable asset. Because literally, do you understand that anything you pay attention to, you will get better at? You'll notice patterns. You'll acquire more skills. It's almost infinite returns, infinite reoccurring returns. Because the things you learn while paying attention never leave you. And in fact, can never be taken away from you. Much better than paying money to acquire something. There's a saying that the most powerful and richest people in the world, if they were broke and dropped off in the street somewhere, would become rich and powerful again. It's not because they had a lot of money. They were stripped of that. It's because they have the skills. Doesn't matter if the house burns down. They could just build a new one. You want to be that person. Stop thinking so short-sightedly. Think long-term. Have vision. Be strategic. Acquire the skills you believe necessary that most serve you. Because your life should be about you. You deserve all the benefits. You deserve all the profits. You deserve everything you wish to achieve in your life. If there's nothing you want to learn, you owe it to yourself to know yourself more than that. There's something. There's something out there that you would love to know, you'd love to learn. A skill. A skill. Want to learn how to talk Mandarin? Awesome, do it. Want to learn how to read Latin? Do it. It's literally the world's your oyster. And once you learn those skills, opportunities will come to you that you would have never expected. But it won't come right away. You have to know and trust that things that should happen will happen in time. Don't be fooled by this instant gratification way of thinking. Don't be fooled. It's a trick. It's a trick for you to give up, for you not to understand the potential that you have and the time and attention that you have. It's a trick to get you to stop so you can pay your time and attention for other people to make their dreams come true, not yours. Keep building. You can do it. Keep building. And I know that it's hard. I know it's hard to go a long time and not have results. I get it. I know the grind. I know the hustle. But you can do it. I trust that you can do it. Because you follow this channel. Thanks, guys. That's all I got today. Like, subscribe, comment, say what's up. I don't care. Thanks for everything. I'm going to keep bringing that hot fire for you guys every day. Because there's nothing I'd rather be doing. Talk to you later.